Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline. And fans, yes, you're back with me, Mike, Spider Slayer. Get ready to do Spider Slayer's Haul, episode number 13. That's right, guys. This is the video series where each and every week you see what I pick up at the comic book store, plus maybe some other goodies as well. And this week I'm incorporating with the haul the Father's Day stuff that I wound up getting because it's related to comic books. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And everything is in this little bag right here. But before I go into that, let's go and see which comic books that I picked up for this week. No more fancy Rebirth bags. It's just a big black bag with comic books in it. So, with that being said, let me show you what I got. Alright, so first things first, I threw this in the bag this week. It's a couple independent comic books. For you guys don't know, I do teach tennis, and I have a parent that knows a friend that makes comic books. And so they decided to give me a couple of independent comic books. It's actually a series called Ether and Empire. And they signed it for me, and hopefully when I get a chance, alongside with some of the other independent comic books that I have to read, I'm going to read them and do some reviews on them. So I'm really excited to get these. It was really thoughtful of the parents to think of me, knowing that I like comic books and got that for me. So I'm really excited about that stuff. So stay tuned for reviews on those books. All right, let me focus in closer so you guys can see things better. All right, so next, when it comes to the regular books this week, we wound up getting Wonder Woman issue number 1. Again, this series is going to be told in two tales, two stories, and I'm anxious to see this version of Wonder Woman. I think Rucka is the one that's writing this book. I love the interior artwork. Just just by looking through it briefly, it's gorgeous. I really enjoy it. Check out that first page. Really, really nice. So this is Wonder Woman issue number 1. Hang on to them, guys. They might be worth millions one day. Next, we're going to be talking about the Totally Awesome Hulk tie-in Civil War to Civil War II, and this is issue number 7. This story has some big ramifications, supposedly, that has to deal with Hulk. At least that's what we're told, and at least that's what it shows on the cover. Hopefully, this book delivers and it doesn't become a lame duck. However, I'm anxiously awaiting this one, as this one has been teased for a while as you find out the story of what happened with Banner. So this is the Totally Awesome Hulk, issue number 7. All right, next we have another Civil War tie-in, of course, because which Marvel book would not be tied into Civil War, and that is Miss Marvel, issue number 8. Not sure how this will tie into everything, but I love Miss Marvel. She's an Avenger right now, and we'll see how it goes. And I love her interactions with Miles and with Nova and everything else, so we'll see where this goes. So this is Miss Marvel, issue number 8. Next, from DC Comics, we have Justice League, issue number 52. Here we have Meet the New Man of Steel. And there it has Lex Luthor on it. So this is looking like how he donned that uniform on maybe how he got the S. Because in Justice League in the previous issues, you saw him already wearing this costume. So I want to see maybe a little bit more backstory here or whatnot. But I love this, Justice League story overall. It was really good. This one is written by Dan Jurgens, so I'm sure it really ties into the Rebirth stuff. So this is Justice League issue 52, the last issue from the pre-New 50 or from the 52 series. Next is Flash issue number 1. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, I did a review already on the Flash, and you guys can check out all the other DC Rebirth titles, all the number 1s. They're already reviewed on here as well, in case you guys are still trying to make decisions on what DC Rebirth titles to buy. But this book has some promise. I wasn't a real huge fan of this book. I thought it was above average based off of what I read so far. It just seems to be a little bit of a slow setup. But I'm intrigued on what will happen in the future with this book. So this is the Flash issue number 1. All right. Next is Detective Comics issue 935. 934 was great. It was a wonderful setup uh, of what's to come. You know, you get to see the reintroduction or the introduction to characters that you haven't seen in a long time. You get to see this team form, and now you're going to hopefully see them bond and see what missions that they're going to go on. I can't wait to dive into this book and see what it's going to be like 10 issues from now. So this is Batman Detective Comics issue 935. Cool cover there. All right. Next is a book. I don't know how long I'll be reading it for. I might give it a story arc. And this is Aquaman issue number 1. Here we get to see Aquaman and Black Manta, and we get to see Mira on there, and we get to see all the supporting cast members. I'm just not a huge Aquaman fan. I never have, but I always try it when a new volume comes out to see if I do like it. I don't know if it's something about some fish man living under the sea. I don't know what it is. I maybe can't get into the terminology. I'm just not sure, but I always try to give it a try. I like Mira. I like Aquaman. I like their relationship. I think Black Manta is a pretty cool character. I just never got into the story. So I'll give this one an honest try, and this is Aquaman issue number 1. All right. Next, we have Superman Action Comics. Anxious to read this one, 958, as by the time you got to the end of the last issue, you got to see Doomsday make his appearance, and it was all apparent that we had Dan Jurgens say, hey, Doomsday was part of Superman's death, pre-New 52. That story has always existed. And for some reason, somehow, some way, Doomsday is back already in Action Comics issue 957, and it continues here, which I thought was pretty cool. And we get thrown in with a whole, Clark Kent situation where he's not really Superman. So again, it's like a reign of Superman all over again. And just the animosity that he's having towards him, and he doesn't think he's a true hero, it just makes for a really intriguing story. So this is Superman Action Comics issue 958. So next, we wound up getting, I got a couple back issues. There wasn't really a big week for me in comics, but I wound up getting Wolverine issue number 145. This is the Apocalypse, the 12th. This is a back issue. It's not worth a ton of money, but it's something that I wanted in my collection. It was in really good shape, and I thought it was kind of cool, so I picked it up. So I got that one. Next book I wound up finding is I wound up getting Spidey. Issue number 1. This is the original, one that was kid friendly. It also has the Electric Company, if you guys remember the Electric Company. So I wound up picking up this book as well. Just adding it to my Spider-Man collection. Could do a Spidey's Classic on this in this first issue. As if you guys haven't seen already, I am doing a series. It's called Spidey Classics Volume 2. It's where we relive the old days of Spider-Man. And then last but not least, when it comes to like comic books in general, I got the new Image Plus number 3, as it gives you all the previews for the up-and-coming Image titles. And also it continues the story of The Walking Dead's Here's Negan. So I'll be throwing up a review recap on that 4-page story that continue Negan's journey on how he became such an asshole in The Walking Dead. So we got that. All right, so next is on to the Father's Day stuff. Here it is in the mysterious bag of like diamonds, and it's blue and silver. So what did I get in the mysterious Father's Day bag? Let's find out now, shall we? All right, so as I take out this stuff, the first thing I pull up and I wound up showing is I wound up getting a Star Wars Boba Fett bobblehead. Yeah, it's cool. I don't have a Star Wars Boba Fett bobblehead, and Boba Fett's one of my most favorite characters when it comes to Star Wars, so I was really happy to get this. This is really, really cool. Added to my little figure collection back here on the side of me. Alright, so the next thing I wound up taking out on this bag is, it's a shirt. What could it be? I know, but you guys know. So, it is a shirt that I've wanted forever, and it is a Spider-Man issue number 1 Todd McFarlane shirt. screen tee. I am totally excited about this shirt. This is awesome. I'm going to wear this as often as I can without it smelling up the joint. It's one of my favorite cover arts ever when it comes to a Spider-Man comic book. All right, so I got that. Next thing we wound up getting is this Captain America little art. It's just like the art you're seeing back here, except it's just in a small scale. And it's Captain America issue number 112. That's what it represents there. So that's really cool. Like that. Somehow I have to find more place to hang that up. All right. And next, I wound up getting a Walking Dead bobblehead. He's an RV Walker with his eyeball popping out. And he's got the teeth and he's like, so I wound up getting him. So that's really cool. And then there was one other thing. Maybe some of you guys don't care. This is really not comic related, but I thought it was really cool. But I wound up getting tickets to a Miami Dolphins third preseason game that's taking place right here in Camping World Stadium. I haven't seen the Dolphins since I left South Florida, and I'm sitting like 5th row on the 20-yard line, so I'm totally excited about that. Even if I only see the starters for like maybe 10 minutes or so, or 20 minutes, I'm just happy to go to a Miami Dolphins game. I think it's really awesome. So I want to thank my wife and my family for all the wonderful gifts I got for Father's Day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing all that stuff that I got for Father's Day, and also hopefully you enjoyed all the comics I bought this week. And stay tuned for a Here's Negan review, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get up some more comic book reviews as well. So again, guys, on behalf of me and all the other Comic Frontliners, thank you for taking the time and watching Comic Frontline. Hopefully you've enjoyed all the coverage on DC Rebirth, as we've been covering that extensively. Don't forget to check out our live shows each and every Tuesday night. Media Madness, Anime Weekly, we got it all for you. We tried really hard. So again, guys, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. Until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.